So people are interested on my fill work. I mostly do fill work in black walnut with coffee and 5-minute resin. And that is because the coffee has a real strong brown color in it, so you get this dyeing effect of the resin. And what I like about using the espresso, the real fine grind coffee, is that when you're trying to do fill work, like on little cracks like this, you can vary the viscosity by adding more of that coffee. And so if I want to fill something and not have it drop through the piece and not have it drip out the bottom of my piece, waste all my resin, I'll just add a little bit more coffee until it looks like it's not dripping anymore. You know, pull up the stick and see if it's dripping. I use a paper cup and I have tons of sticks, so I just mix until I see the consistency I want. And then you can just smash it in with your stick. But if you don't smash it in really hard, it won't penetrate, and you might sand through it, and you'll be putting more fill in. So when you do up the viscosity, you have to pay particular attention to push it in a little further. And then, of course, if you put it in on, say, the end of a board where you have a crack, you want that high viscosity, a lot of coffee in there, so that you fill it once and you're done. I also use something for light colored woods when I'm in the mood to change it up and not just have brown. So there's diatomaceous earth that I use, and you can put any one of the aniline dyes in there and get it green, blue, red, whatever you want. And it makes a really good fill. It sands just like wood, and it's real cheap. So that's a real good way to get any other color other than brown. The turquoise is interesting to fill with, although I don't think I'm going to put it in without a customer asking for it anymore, because sometimes a customer gets referred by a design company and they don't want the extra color in the mix. So I'm learning that it's okay to show it to your customer, and since it's going to be 2 or 3 days from the time they see the table till the time they get it, I can always add it at that point, because I always put the final finish on just before the customer sees it, so that it looks pristine. Because in my shop it gathers dust, and the dust sticks to that oil finish, you know. Well, there's a guy in, long story there. One of my friends that I met when I was beekeeping for 30 years, we started talking about our hobbies when we were waiting for a customer to arrive for us to set the bees out. And, you know, you get time to talk with people sometimes when you're in different parts of the country. You ask them about their life and stuff. And I told him what I was doing, making violins at the time, and guitars, and woodworking projects. And anyway, I get to talking with him, and he says he has turquoise. And man, that just perked my ears up, because I still have a love for really shiny rocks, I guess. And so I said, well, I would like some of those chips, because I do inlays with stuff, and I'd like to see if I can inlay that. And so he sent me some samples, and man, it just inlaid nice. It was because he had sent the stones off to be stabilized, because this particular kind of stone, turquoise, can be chalky. And if you don't send it in to be stabilized, you can't grind it and get a good shiny polish on it. So I'm fortunate in that I was able to get turquoise that's already stabilized and has good properties for inlay. He has a mine in Nevada, but he actually lives in Colorado. And whenever I want some, I just call him up and say, send me another bag of those cutoffs. And he asks me how much I want. And if he tells me he has like 20 pounds and that's all he's got, and he doesn't get it very often, I'll probably just buy the whole amount. I forget how much it was last time, but it's not cheap. I think it's like $80 a pound or whatever, but I tend to pack rat that stuff, and I think the last time I bought from him was like 10 years ago, and I think I bought 20 pounds of that stuff then. So I still have like maybe 7 or 8 pounds of this stuff still.